Good morning, Homestead 2. Mary and I just arrived. She's taking care of the cats right now. In the meantime, I want to talk about how the ride over here from Homestead 1 to Homestead 2 is not that far. We're really, as the crow flies, only 5 miles apart. But the road here that we have to take, the route we have to go very cautiously, especially in weather like this. We had a beautiful sunrise and an incredible high rainbow that Mary's got pictures of. Maybe we can impose them in this video. But it was really interesting. But the point I'm getting at is you have to drive very cautiously because there's a lot of deer. And we go by whole families of them and yearlings and everything. It's really cool. Mary's heading into the house to get the... Morning, Mary.
Morning, guys. Hi, guys.
She's taking care of our little friends here. This is the friendliest one here. We call her Bobette, as you know. She's got fleas, so we're gonna maybe get her taken to the vet and get her fixed and everything, because there's a feral cat problem around here. We protected the skirting because it was raining, and some of it blew down overnight, which is okay. It didn't get wet down there. But they're really excited about what we got done yesterday. We worked 10 hours, and I want to point out that I make sure, for those of you that are concerned about Mary, because she is recovering from a stroke, I make sure that we take plenty of breaks, and she doesn't get overworked at all. But her working is just incredible. She's a fantastic helper. She has a really good work ethic. In fact, that's one of the things that really impressed me about her. When the first day I met her, I saw it was on a job site, and she was out working 2 grown men, running circles around them. So I was really impressed by her the first day I met her, and that was several years ago, before she had her stroke. So Mary and I go way back, but these blew down, and it's no big deal. It got a little wet down there. But it's still very dry overall. Mary's busy feeding these guys. She's grabbing the food right now. But while she's doing that, also I wanted to give a shout out to Mr. MB333, because thanks to him, Mary's channel is, she has over 10,000 subscribers. There is a bowl of food. She's very careful everything she does. But believe it or not, she's able to balance on these beams and walk across them. And I worry, of course, but she does it with such grace that I really don't. But look at the work we got done yesterday. We got literally 3 courses of plywood across. So we got almost halfway today. We're gonna finish all the way up to here with the finished floor. But notice how it's like interlocked with the steel and with wood. We have the wood between the I-beams every 16 inches, and then the wood between these outer brackets every 16 inches. It's working out really well. It's integrating very well together. And that floor is flat and solid, and I'm very excited about that. I'm kind of disappointed that the supplier brought me particle board, tongue and groove 3/4 inch, but it's working well. But that's very solid over there, and we were able to get, it took us 10 hours to get that done. But it's integrating very well. We're able to drill into the steel at every point we can and get those screws in. And also, we don't have to pre-drill when we're working on the wood joists, fastening on the wood joists. But integrating both of them together is really incredible, right, Mary? It like interlocks.
Everything.
It's just really amazing. We're really excited about how this is working out, and we're confident we can finish this portion. And then at which point we're going to take a couple days off, right, Mary?
Yep.
That's so she can catch up on her channel with you guys and get some ISS, reconnaissance going and whatnot, like she's so good at. But she has hopefully, she caught that rainbow. It was incredible this morning, wasn't it, Mary?
A double rainbow.
Double, actually, and it was very vertical. I haven't seen one that vertical at the ends in a long time. I guess it's because the sun was so low and rising, and it was perfect conditions because it was drizzling and the sun was there, so it was really cool.
But at least we wasn't able to get both ends of it. But.
Yeah, but that's because it was so, there's so many obstructions. And again, our journey here is really borderline precarious, right, Ma? Because it's like straight into the sun when it's coming up, and then the deer are crossing everywhere, and there's wild turkeys, and those guineas, right? The little guineas and all kinds of things, all, because it's all farmland. In fact, we're surrounded by farmland out here. It's just wonderful. We really like it. But again, it takes quite a while to get here because we got to go, 35 miles an hour
right.
on a 55-mile-an-hour road. But in an early morning, we have to be very cautious. Just like very cautious with Mary working. And she's, again, to those of you who are concerned about her, she's doing just fine. And but we take all the breaks, all the time. Every 30 minutes we take a break and make sure that we don't overwork. Because, I'm a retired myself, but, I've been doing this for 45 years and my body's all worn out. So I got to be careful too. So I make sure that she's okay. And we're really so excited. In fact, I can't wait to go out there and walk on that brand new floor, which is lower than this floor by 6 inches. You could see that how they put the framework over the steel work, and Mary and I came up with the idea of integrating it with the steel work, which would also not only make it stronger, but see how she's the helperton there, but it not only makes it stronger but lower with more, so that gives us more clearance. And now we have almost 8 feet. So that's probably about 7.5 feet, but it's way better than 7 feet like it was. But that's, so many benefits to the way we did this here. We also integrated it with the outer skirting wall, and that too was Mary's idea. I have to point out that not only is she a great help physically, but she's also incredible with her brain. I call her Einstein. It's like a joke. Also radar, in the series MASH. She's also like a step ahead of me, and she keeps me, there's certain things that need to be done that we easily forget, and there's, she reminds me of them and things like that. It's really cool. So together we make a formidable team.
Yes, we do.
And again, those of you concerned, she's not overworking. She's really enjoying it. It's good exercise and physical skills and mental skills and everything that's needed to really recover from the stroke fully. So it's awesome. That's good news. So look at that. Isn't that crazy? We got all that done. That's 3 courses. The first course we had to rip down to about, I think it was like 3 feet or so. And then, but the other 2 from here on out, of course, are going to be full sheets. And we're staggering the seam and then bridging the seams as well. So that is a super sturdy floor, my friends. Yep. And as that cat can testify. We even got the center portion of, the tongue and groove spanning over a 2x10 joist. So you can't get any stronger than that. The perimeter isn't quite as strong because we couldn't use 2x10, but we do have 2x6 on the one closest to the main rail there, and then it's like ripped down to a little over 2x4 on the very outer. But again, it's going right on top of that 4x4 outer wall. So everything's like integrated together. In fact, when we were screwing one of the sheets, both of us felt this pop and heard it actually too. So it's almost like the whole thing, as it's being integrated together, is kind of warping back into shape, if you will. Because remember all these outer brackets every one of them were sagging down because somebody put a heavy roof on top of this thing. So the outer weight was taking all the weight of the roof and bending those outer brackets down. In fact, right there where we're looking at right now, that was down 2 inches from the main rail to the outer tip. So we jacked all that up, made it as level as we possibly could without lifting the whole trailer. Actually, we did lift the whole trailer, right, Ma? right down there you see the blocks and the shims and everything under the main rails, where that was actually lifting up off those blocks. Not those two in particular, but the two outer ones. So we're going to keep an eye on that and then reshim those blocks as we work on it, and as the main rails settle back down. And this thing has been so warped out of shape, and we were actually crinkling the siding out there, that metal siding, as we were jacking the side up, because they did repairs. One, it was sagging. So anyway, I've been yapping long enough. You could tell I'm excited, and Mary's excited. You know, we've been watching the news coverage of what's going on in Britain. You know, I can't help but be personally enthralled, because I love history so much. And boy, the history of England makes us Americans look like we're in kindergarten. You know what I mean? They go back 1,000 years, you know. So, but I mean, we've got everything protected with plastic because of the rain. We have to do a lot of the cutting inside, but it's not raining right now. We'll take the tools out and we'll cut outside, and then we'll cover it if it happens to be drizzling or anything, right, Ma?
Right.
So I call her Ma. She calls me Dad. You know, so because we have a really good relationship together. We're best friends. So anyway, again, I'm going to give all of you a shout out for all those donations and whatnot, and we really appreciate it. And with that, we'll talk at you
Love you
later.
guys. See you tomorrow.
Love you. Actually, we're not, Mom.
Oh,
Remember?
we're not. 2 days
2 days off.
See you in 3 days.
So this is what is this? The 17th video. And then we're going to take 2 days off, and we'll do the 18th video. So you guys stay in touch, and I hope you enjoy. And we thank you for watching. Love you.